Hi everybody, welcome back. Or, well, if you've been here before, then welcome back. And if this is your first time here, then welcome. My name is John Clayton. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic. I've been clean and sober since February 21st, 2021. Um, Now, even though I got my main readings, which anyone who's part of this channel will see, every day there's a new reading. What am I looking for? But I broke my glasses, and so I haven't been able to see too well for the last little while. And then I really broke them the other day. The arm snapped right off them. So these ones here are the reading glasses, like just a magnification that I got from Canadian Tire, but it's still not strong enough for me to see the words clearly. So, and then I kind of use a second pair, which I'm kind of glad that you can't see me using it as like a secondary magnifying glass because it's a bit embarrassing. But with the help of these, if I could double them up, I could see perfectly. Which is unfortunate because, I look pretty silly, one pair of glasses over top of the other, especially for as thick as these are, as you can see. But they do help me to read a little bit easier, and yeah, so we'll carry on, and we're in chapter 4 of the Living Clean book, our physical selves. So each of us has different ways of seeing ourselves. We are physical beings, and we are also spiritual. We are spiritual beings, and we are also emotional. As addicts, we are prone to alienation, the feeling of being apart from, and sometimes we even feel apart from ourselves. As if all these pieces of who we are don't add up to one whole person. When we focus on what is real, we can begin to accept ourselves with all our contradictions. All these pieces of ourselves come together like a kaleidoscope because sort of beautiful and colorful and always changing. We let go of the idea that the pieces need to line up perfectly for us to be okay. We can see amazing harmony in our lives just by being aware of what's happening inside ourselves, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We talk a lot about how addiction affects our bodies, but the physical part of recovery is ignored to a surprising degree. We free our minds and spirits, turning them over to a higher power, but our bodies can be another story. Our physical, emotional, and spiritual lives are interwoven. Excuse me. We Oh, I just lost myself. Where was I here? Sorry about this. We free our minds and spirits, turning them over to a higher power, but our bodies can be another story. Our physical, emotional, and spiritual lives are interwoven. We can think of them separately, but we cannot experience them separately. If we don't deal with the physical part of our recovery, we run the risk of becoming disconnected from our spiritual path. Taking good care of our bodies can be a challenge. We go back and forth between indulging ourselves in ways that feel selfish or excessive and punishing ourselves or piling on restrictions in an effort to control patterns that feel like symptoms of our addiction. After long struggles with ways and means to drive ourselves back into healthy behavior, we find that what we really need to do is surrender. Often, it's when we help a newer member work the steps that we see how they apply to our lives today. Even though we may have beliefs about what a relationship with our bodies should be like, most of us feel we are not living up to that standard. There are lots of people who want to tell us how we should do it, but taking an honest look at how we relate with our bodies is new and scary. Too often we hold back from the freedom our program has to offer because we are not entirely ready to let go. We are aware of our imperfections, but we see it as something we should control, not something we can surrender. Our sense of humor allows us to squeeze a positive attitude out of a negative self image. When we are able to laugh at ourselves, we listen up a little. We do the work, but we also learn to play. We see our defects, but we also see what there is to love about us. Balance is our lives in dynamic, like walking on a tightrope. It only works when we are moving. We are constantly in motion, and so is the way we see ourselves. Yeah, that is so true. We'll make this one short today because the sections are a little bit shorter. So rather than trying to read too much at once, I'll just do it in sections. It's probably better that way. The recordings are a little bit smaller, and I can upload more of them if I read more of them. So, thank you for joining me for this session. Excuse me, I appreciate every one of you. Um, if you're not a member and you'd like to hit subscribe or like, that'd be wonderful. I sure would appreciate it. I'm trying to create a community that we can just hang out together and stay clean and sober together, and and so we're not, because we don't have to do it alone. And if no one has told you today that they love you, well, then I love you. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and we will see you again real soon. Okay, bye for now.